Community Link, presented by Financial Center First Credit Union.
Thank you for joining us on this week Community Link. I'm Marco Dominguez.
And I'm Caroline Mays Medley. The skin is an incredible organ. Dermatologists are expert medical doctors and skin surgeons with the unique skills and experience to offer the best care for the skin. To tell us more is Dr. Sonia Johnson, a local board-certified dermatologist and author. Thank you for being here, Dr. Johnson.
Thank you for having me.
So you have some of the most beautiful skin that I've ever seen. Tell us some of the main things that we need to know about taking care of the skin, and is it different for people of color?
So the first part of your question, I think of 9 things we need to be doing to take care of the skin. 1 is drinking more water, also exercising, number 2. 3 is eating proper foods, and as well as getting a rest. Now, as far as actual skin regimen care, I recommend we should clean the skin. That's a concern for a lot of my clients. Cleaning the skin, as well as using sunscreen, as well as using moisturizers to protect the skin, and taking our vitamins, either something you rub on the skin or something you take in. And then lastly is to avoid, such as avoid a lot of sun exposure, avoid tobacco use, as well as a lot of stress.
The skin conditions, what are the main things that people should do, to keep, a skin like yours? I mean, it's beautiful.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, like I said, those things I mentioned, a lot, as you can see, the first half of that is about just what we should be doing anyway, which will take care of a lot of our concerns that we have as just being healthy human beings. But to answer your other part about how does it affect people of color, mainly is to make sure you don't use too harsh of a product. But all the things I mentioned, our ethnic skin individuals need to be also doing the same thing. But make sure you don't use too harsh of a product because it can cause discoloration, which is a concern in the ethnic community.
So you have a new book.
Yes.
Tell us about it and how's that going? Because congratulations.
Well,
to
thank you. So it's going wonderfully. It was, every time I look at it, I just smile. There's an inner joy that I have every time I think about the book. But the book is really a quick read. It's about things you should be doing and what you need to know about your skin. So definitely the things I mentioned, I expand upon that in the book, as well as I talk about how we think about the skin. One person can have one zit and don't want to go out the house, and someone else can have a rash all over, and they have a daily life and don't think anything of it. So I talk about how the mind affects the skin, as well as I mention how there's mimickers in the skin. And so the book talks a little bit about everything to help us to what we need to know to have beautiful skin every day.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Election Day is November 3rd. Here to tell more about the voting process is Community Links, Gloria Jimenez.
Every vote matters in Alaska. The congressional race was decided by a single vote. If you don't vote for your own interests, who will? Young voters account for half of the voting population, making them a powerful political force. Young people need to vote to directly influence issues that might affect their lives for years to come. You may not care now, but you will in the near future. When you get a house, a steady job, marriage, and other important obligations, and you come face to face with these challenges, you will care much more about the issues affecting your living circumstances. Everyone has a voice and wants to be heard in one way or another. Election Day is Tuesday, November 3rd. The deadline to register to vote in the 2020 general election is Monday, October 5th. All registered Indiana voters are eligible to vote early in person and is available from Tuesday, October 6th to Monday, November 2nd. If you need to register or more information on early voting, visit indianavoters.in.gov. For Community Link, I'm Gloria Jimenez.
Thank you so much for joining us today. This was your weekly Community Link.
To share this segment or learn more, head to wishtv.com.